Hello, you beautiful souls. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Michelle. We talk all things life, love, spirituality, law of attraction, all of that juicy goodness. I just wanted to pop on and share a little something that I found out about myself recently, and I think it'll help a lot of my clients, a lot of the viewers here. If you are somebody who is navigating your path and you're struggling with decisions, you're wanting to know what your special sauce is and what you're meant to do in this world, and you're just not quite sure how to begin, if you are already on the way to doing it. Something that I learned about myself was that, number one, the ego versus the intuition is a huge lesson of discernment, and it's the biggest part of our path. Is how can we overcome and witness and be the observer of the mind, the ego, not listen to it, but listen to it when it's really trying to protect us from real danger, like trusting it, but also seeing it and thanking it and saying, wow, I am so grateful that you showed me this, but I don't have to be scared here. I don't have to be scared to leave my job when I know it's not what makes me feel good. And the ego is scared of the unknown. It's scared that the money won't come, but your soul doesn't feel good where you are, and you have to honor that. So something I am learning right now is that when I'm coaching people or when I'm helping myself through fear, it will get louder and louder and louder the more you resist it. So the more you resist not leaving that job, it's going to get louder. The more I resist my fear of speaking, it's going to get louder. But lately I've been stepping through it, and I've been doing it, and I've been following it, and it totally dissolves. And then it becomes so easy, and you're like, how is this possible? Or say you're trying to leave a partnership, and what you don't realize is that just starting the conversation with your partner saying, hey, I'm not happy, that just gets the ball rolling. And then the universe takes it from there. And it's not always easy. You might have to move. You might have to divvy up your finances. You might be scared of how you're going to provide for yourself. But trust that if your body is saying no to this thing over here, there's an answer. There's a magic carpet waiting for you on over here when you step into that unknown and you take that leap. So you can trust your intuition, which is that little voice, that's your body responding to an environment that doesn't feel good, whether it's with a partner, whether it's at a job, whether it's your living space. Your body is telling you no. And we have to listen to that. That is our beacon. That is our intuition versus the ego. The ego is the mind telling you all the reasons not to do it. The intuition is just a feeling. And learning that discernment is huge on this journey. And another thing I wanted to share was that we have to kind of like also look for feedback that it is the right move. And so as far as like maybe creating something, or I don't know. Oh, here's an example. So when I was teaching, I knew I wanted to reach more kids, and I knew I wanted to, I don't know, I just didn't want to teach in the classroom anymore. I wanted to reach more people. And I always thought about YouTube, and I kept thinking YouTube's the way to do it. I have to use YouTube. And this was way before I was even doing like my readings on Instagram or anything. And I kept getting so upset that I wasn't doing YouTube because I thought it was the only way to do it. It was my ego saying, this is what you're going to be doing. And it wasn't time yet. It's like intuitively I knew I'd be doing YouTube, but it wasn't time yet. And my ego was forcing me and making me feel so bad that I wasn't taking action in my life. And every day I'd wake up thinking I should be doing something else, and I didn't know what it was. But here's the lesson. We have to have patience. We have to surrender to life and the universe and our angels and guides, and know that it is going to unfold when it's meant to unfold. So what happened for me was I was having those thoughts, and about 5 months later, 5 full months, I sat with that feeling for 5 months, and I learned so many lessons in those 5 months. I became stronger. I became more resilient. I healed a lot. And after the 5 months, I got an opportunity to create a mindfulness program. I got a DM on Instagram. I had all these signs from the universe 2 days before, all these angel numbers, all these hearts. And it was like, hey, Michelle, can you create a 30-day virtual mindfulness program teaching kids how to meditate and how to listen to their intuition? Basically what I'm doing right here for all of you guys as adults, but I was guided to do it for teens and for preteens. And here's the message out of nowhere. The universe brought it to me. So that whole time I was asking, I was thinking it was my job to take the wheel. It was my job to start YouTube. And the universe was saying, it's not time yet, Michelle. And the reason why I knew that is because I didn't feel inspired to start it. I just wasn't doing it. It wasn't procrastination. It was literally like, I just didn't have everything I needed yet. And I didn't know what that was. But it's because I wasn't meant to be doing that. So the universe brought me this mindfulness program, said yes, quickly jumped through my fear. I was like, I don't care. I'm saying yes, I'll figure out how to film and edit later. And then my journey just unfolded in a crazy cool way. And I'm going to do a whole podcast episode about my journey and how I got where I am. But I had to wait for the universe to I didn't wait, but I see now that the universe was going to bring it when I was ready. I had a lot of healing to do before I could hop on camera and start teaching to kids. My energy wasn't right. I wasn't ready for it. The universe brought it when I was ready and I didn't have control. And it brought me so much abundance. I made like $50,000 in like 3 or 4 months. The program was selling before I even finished creating it because all of these schools were wanting it all over the US, which is so cool. The company that asked me to do it, they have such a far reach. And it was a gift. It was literally what I was asking for. I want to reach more kids. I actually was manifesting $30,000. And I was like, I want to reach more kids. I'm so grateful now that I have $30,000. And literally from July to December is when it all happened, when I filmed, when I put it out there. And by December, I had $30,000. And then it just kept growing from there. And even 3 years later, it's still selling. So it's crazy how we think that we're in charge of our mission and our purpose, but it's a co-creation. That's why I always use that phrase. It's a co-creation. We put it out there. And as long as that's not like an ego desire, which I didn't think it was, I felt like my mission to help kids and to help them meditate, it felt really pure. But I had this desire, but I didn't know how I was going to do it. And that's the key. Your soul knows, and the universe knows. It's all one. And it's guiding us and it's going to bring us our next steps. And sometimes that comes through us. Like when I started YouTube, it was 2 years after I created that program. I had all this experience filming, editing, and all of a sudden I quit my job. And it's like something came over me on January 1st of 2022. And it was like, start filming your readings on YouTube. And it felt good. I didn't feel scared. I didn't have nerves. I just did it. And it was because I had this preparation. So where you are in your life right now, you might be feeling scared and like you're waiting, or you're like, I don't have all the pieces yet. You're not meant to start yet. It's coming. Maybe it's 2 months for you. Maybe it's 2 weeks, but trust that the universe and your guides and angels, they have a plan for you. And I just got a quick vision of, I'm going to share this too. I'm assuming Ben will be cool with this, but my fear coach, his name is Ben Harris, and he's working with a bunch of people like me. There was the fear course that we all did in the summer, but now this is a new group of coaches and creators and people that are coaching other people. We are all in this group together now. And I almost shared it in our Zoom today, but it's been such a joy to see his journey unfold. So he basically, I'm assuming he sat down, wrote this whole program, filmed it all, paid tons of money to have it beautifully edited, and they actually flew to a place to film it, I think. I don't know all the details. I'm only going by what he's briefly shared with me. But his journey, the way it unfolded is he got the download to create the fear course, named it Fear Alchemy, filmed it. Then he got a nudge to switch it up and to take it to a different website. He created his own, he already had a website, but he created a new platform for it. Then as I was sharing his course, I was saying to him, and he was even getting the same download, I was like, you need to reach the coaches. I was like, you need to reach people like me and then he came up with this affiliate program. It was his idea. He's like, I'm going to do an affiliate program. Do you want to be a part of it? I'll give you a discount code. And I was like, yeah. So see how it was unfolding. When he originally wrote the Fear Alchemy course, he wasn't planning on working with coaches. He was just trying to get it out to the public. And now his path has unfolded so beautifully that now he is coaching us coaches to then spread his fear course and his teachings to all of our people. So it's like this cool family tree that was formed, but he didn't have control of that. he didn't know when he wrote the course that that's what he was going to end up be doing in a year. He was going to be sitting on a Zoom with 10 other people or 9 other people, coaching them through their fears so that they can help others. So it's so unique how our paths unfold in such different ways that we would have expected, that we wouldn't have expected. So right now, if you're listening to this and you have no idea where you're going or what you're doing, it's okay. I didn't know either. All I knew is I didn't want to teach anymore in the classroom, but I didn't know what was next, and it wasn't time yet. I had to sit for 5 months. And I'm not saying that you should sit in an environment that's unhealthy. I wasn't super unhealthy in my environment at that point. I was just coasting. It was easy, right? It was just like free time. I was like, I could do it with my eyes closed. It was paying the bills, but I just wasn't ready yet. I think I needed more healing. So a lot of people right now, they've done their healing and they're ready to go. And I can bring you comfort to say that when I quit my job and started YouTube, that was my go time. It's like I was so uncomfortable at my job that I just lost my dad. It's like all these things came over me and it was like, it's time. My body, my nervous system couldn't handle another day. That's when you know it is time. And if there's nothing lined up, that's okay. You can leap and trust that your soul has a plan. I didn't have YouTube. I didn't have Reiki. I took a leap and trusted that I had a little bit in savings that would last me like maybe 3 months. But after those 3 months, I was going to be out of money. And I just trusted myself. And I had a couple mornings where it was so unbearable. Like I almost went and got a waitressing job and I just wasn't trusting my path. But now I'm here telling you, you can trust your path. You can trust that you don't need a waitressing job. You can do your mission, and you just have to trust that these little nudges and the breadcrumbs and following my channel will help you learn all that. Trust that your guides and angels will take you to a video of mine from maybe 6 months ago, and it will be just what you need to hear. And when you have those synchronistic events, that's you trusting your path, because you're seeing how the universe is bringing it to you. And you're like, yes, you're building this connection with spirit and with your guides, and you're learning that they are taking care of you. And if you have negative $100 in your bank account, you can trust that the universe is going to bring you money in the next 5 days. It happens all the time. Most people just don't really pay attention to it. They see the money come in and they're just so relieved that they forget. They're like, oh, it's here. I'm fine. No, like, let's really thank your angels and guides. They just brought you that money right when you needed it. And are you thanking them? Are you appreciating them? And it's powerful. We have to do that. We have to honor the universe for hooking us up. So I just wanted to share this message because I know a lot of people are transitioning and they don't know what to do. They have a fear of money, a fear of not having enough, and it's scary and feeling like we're not enough to do it. But we are, and our soul is being activated right now. It's telling us what feels good and what doesn't, and we have to honor it. And if you need help, book a session with me. I help coach people in these situations. I've been doing it for a couple of years now. And I only just got on YouTube last year to start sharing what I've been doing. And it brings me so much joy to be coaching people from Germany or from even across the States to California or even Canada. Like I've been able to attract so many wonderful people who are in a similar boat as me. And it's been so great to see how their path is unfolding. Just like Ben's path unfolded. Like there's so many other clients of mine that when we started working together, they started to take leaps, and it's really cool to see them doing what they love now, and they're seeing magic. So if you need help, book a session. I got you. All right. I will see you in the next one. Peace out.